Hi guys, it's Amy with Aim to Plan, and today, very short video just talking about getting set up for summer. So you can see here I've got a tote. It's all set up. Of course, things will be in flux over the summer, but starting next week, we are going to be in summer mode. Sophia will be done with school starting on Friday. So this, I think, will be a short, straightforward video. I wanted to hop on and just kind of talk to you a little bit about getting set up for summer for Sophia. I do have one daughter, Sophia, who is 7, as well as a second daughter, Rose, who is 1. I'm going to do something similar for Rose, but hers will be with some different manipulatives. She can't really color and do some of the things that's in Sophia's tote. And so if I do get that set up, and in time before summer starts, I will record a separate video for that. But I wanted to hop on and just show you what I've got set up for Sophia. Again, Sophia is 7. She's finishing first grade and moving into second grade. And so today I was just kind of like putting these pieces together and just kind of organizing her craft tote, the craft caddy that she had. I moved it over into this craft caddy. I decided to talk to her about what are some of the things that she wants to include in here, and be able to kind of split it up between her and her cousin, who is going to be partially with me for the summer. And so I do have a very similar tote set up for Sophia's cousin, who is 5. And so the two of them, because they're the same, I just wanted to record one tote instead of showing you both of them. But let's just go ahead and get into it. So in this pocket right here, well, before I jump into the pockets, I guess, let me talk about the tote. The tote is a diaper caddy. It is one that I purchased off of Amazon. If I can find it, I will link it in Amazon. It might not have been Amazon. It might have been somewhere else. But if I find it on Amazon, I will link it. And so it came with these like felt dividers, which I think are sturdy enough to be able to separate the different components. And you know, this side, the larger pocket, it basically splits it in half and then splits the side in half. So it's like 4 quadrants, but this quadrant doesn't have like the second separation. Hopefully that makes sense. But I'll show you a photo of it, so that way you can kind of see what it looks like empty. But in this smallest of the pockets, I have put this is like one of those restaurant containers, like a quart container, and I put in here a bunch of markers. These markers are from, turn it this way, from Edding, as you can see here. This was something, I don't know, it was in my Go Wild swag, so I don't think I showed this on video, but I got this as swag from Go Wild, and so they are color pens as well as brush pens, and Sophia has really been getting into brush pens lately. She just likes the ability to kind of be flexible with her coloring. And so I went ahead and unboxed the swag and put it in this quart container and then put it in here. Initially, I did have it just kind of sitting in there by itself, but I thought it looked neater this way, and so I put it in there. It just looks so beautiful like that. And so that is the only thing in here. I did have a couple of like other craft supplies, but they were falling underneath the felt. So it's kind of like a, let me show you in there. So it's just like, you know, a piece that you Velcro on yourself, you know, so things can slip under it. And so initially I had some craft items, like I said, but I ended up pulling this box. This is just a random like pencil box that we had in our area. And so I just put the things that Sophia typically uses for crafts. She has some tape, a pair of scissors, and then she will eventually start adding some other stuff in here, but I only put the one pen that she uses. And so I actually wanted it to fit here with the pens. Oops, sorry, I knocked the camera, but it doesn't fit, so I am storing it on the second side. And this side is basically her journal and crafting side. And so what she has in this pocket are 2 journals. I told her to go ahead and see if she wanted to add some other journals. She has a travel journal that she has been using for 2024 that she could add in there, but this story journal, she's used most of these pages, and so it might be something where she actually needs to retire this and get a new journal. But this one is I can't remember what it's called, but it's like a pocket size, and she has not used this, so you can see she's got a couple of pages here at the very beginning, but other than that, they're empty, and so she could definitely use this one, and so I put that in here for her to journal. Again, she also has a travel journal, and since this one's kind of done, I might add in another journal for her just to like take notes and write and practice her handwriting. And so the journals just go there. And then she also had a couple of craft items. These are items that she has saved. Their packaging, she reminds me so much of myself, where she saves all like the paper pieces, the ephemera, all the different things, and she says she's going to craft with them. And so this one she said she's going to glue to a sheet of paper and just make it into like a folder essentially. So that's what she has in there. And then this bag was a bag that she had gotten for my Mother's Day gift, and she liked the bag, and so she asked me if she could have the bag. So of course I told her she can keep it. Let me put this one in there as well. And so she has a couple of puffy stickers that she is saving in that bag. And then this is a tattoo that she hasn't used yet. And then this one, again, a piece of a Hello Kitty, like basically it's from, I can't remember what it's from, but it's basically the tag from a toy of some sort. And she saved that and said she's going to do some crafting with that. So it's like stickers and some other things. And I'm going to put that in there for her, as well as her very empty bag right now. I'll put the story journal in there too, but I'll definitely ask her about that. Now for Malia, she has a very similar setup. She has a tote, a quart container, but instead of using these types of markers, the Edding markers, I put in Corolla Super Tip markers as well as some highlighters, because she just likes to like have like the thicker lines sometimes. So I put that in there for her. She also has a pencil case. It's just a random one that Sophia had, and I put her tape, her scissors, and I don't have any pins in there for her yet, but eventually I'll put some pencils and pins in there for her. And then she doesn't have any crafting items, but I did put a couple of smaller notebooks for my niece, Sophia's cousin, so that way she could take her notes and do those things as well, right? And then in the bigger side, it is going to be a random mix of different things, but mostly they are coloring books and activity books. I'm not going to flip through them, but I'm just going to show you just a sample. So again, it's going to be like activity books. Some of them are like sticker books like this one. Some are just totally just activity books where they're like doing the word searches and mazes and things like that. So this one is a princess sticker face one. Sophia loves this one. And so what we did was, Sophia has a ton of these activity books and coloring books. I asked her right before this video to kind of sort through them and split them between her and her cousin. And so these were the ones that she saved for herself. This one she hasn't even, I don't even think she's used it, but you can see it's just basically, you know, very quick flip through of like all the different activities that you can do. This one is a Disney Learning Magical Adventure in second grade. It's just, again, a workbook. So again, activity books, things like that. So this one is an activity book, an educational activity book. And Sophia, as I mentioned, is going into second grade. She initially also had a first grade one that she wanted to keep, but I told her that let's just go ahead and give that to Malia, her cousin, and see if she can work up to the first grade level. So she agreed to do that. So Malia has one like this in her first grade box. All right, and then this one is the big book of stories. She said that she had just gotten this. I don't recall who she got it from, but basically this one is mostly coloring. There are a couple of activities in there, but mostly coloring. Sophia doesn't really color too much anymore, so I don't think she'll make it through most of this, but she does have that. She also has this one, which is coloring / activities. And she's finished most of this. I did ask her if she would be willing to share this with Rose, who is again 1, but she said no, she's still gonna hold on to that one. She has this My Little Pony coloring book, which she's done some of these pages, but this is strictly coloring. I'll come back to these last 2 items. So she has this one, which is again a sticker activity book, Shopkins. All right, she has this coloring book. So it's, again, just a mix of everything. She also, I'm going to put like random, like just drawing paper into her box, as well as her cousin's box. This one is a math workbook that they got. And so she did do some of these, but we'll continue doing that over the summer so that way she doesn't lose any of her math skills. And then this one is just watercolor paper. So she uses this to do watercolor. And then the last thing, I told her that during the summer we would work on handwriting. And so I picked this up for her so that way she could learn how to write in cursive. And so she did do, I think, 1 page in it, but we're definitely going to get into this and start doing this for the summer. She also talked to one of her other cousins who is in 2nd grade and going into 3rd grade, and that cousin told her that she learned cursive in 2nd grade, and so Sophia is very excited about that. But this is the stack that goes in this big pocket. And my goal is over the summer is I do have to work, but my goal is to have these caddies kind of ready for the kids, so that way when I am in a meeting or I'm working, I need to be on the computer or doing something, they can sit with me, but have like some quiet time. So it's all the materials that they need just to kind of color or draw or do all the things that they need to, just for a few minutes. I don't anticipate needing to work for a very, very, very long time during the summer. For I mean, I need to work, but like I don't anticipate needing to always be stuck to the computer for long stretches of time. And so this should be enough to keep them entertained for short stretches. So that's my goal in putting this together. I also am looking over here. I noticed a couple of things that Sophia will want in here too, so I'm going to go ahead and add it. She's got her mild liners, including the mixed ones that I got from Go Wild. She's got some glue. I'm going to go ahead and add that in here too. And I'm sure I'll, again, find some other stuff that needs to go in here. I know stickers will eventually go in here. Some of that might be really heavy for them to carry, and so I don't want them to carry that around. But this, I asked her to try to lift it, and she said it was doable for her. So I want to keep it to kind of like this amount of workbooks, because these books are pretty heavy. But that's it. So again, I think fairly straightforward. I just wanted to hop on and just kind of show you what it looked like and how I'm setting up to take care of the kids for the times when I'm going to be in meetings. We will, of course, do activities and all of the other things, but I wanted to have an arts and crafts and coloring tote for the girls so that way they could entertain themselves while I'm working. And so that's what this video was all about. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it gives you ideas for how to set this up. Again, I will link this diaper caddy in the description so that way you can find it yourself if you want to. I think it works perfectly for a kid's caddy, and you know, fairly sturdy with the amount of books that I have in here, so I don't feel like it's going to break apart. So definitely appreciate these diaper caddies converted into an art caddy. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my channel, and until the next video, bye guys.